Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking TVL. I'm your digital host, Breona Winn, and if you don't know what this is our pre-show to the lifestyle show, Tennessee Valley Living, which airs every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Happy Thursday. This is Peyton Walker's favorite day of the work week because it is that time where you literally are not at Friday yet, but you know it's the end of the week. I don't know. Very joyous time to be alive, if I do say so myself. But anywho, yesterday we ran a package on Dragon Forge Cafe. Let me tell you, it is one of the most cutest, mystical, magical places I ever did see. So first we're going to watch the video, and then I'll give you my personal review of how it went.
The idea came to us. We used to work a lot of conventions. She was an artist.
We sell a lot of my art here as well. A lot of the illustrations that you find at the front of the cafe are all done by me. I do all our graphics as well.
We always joked around the idea of maybe doing a fantasy coffee shop. So we got a spot here at Low Mill, and in between doing the anime stuff, we also wheeled and dealed in antiques. We used it to build the coffee shop.
Recently, we launched frappes, and I have to be very good and not drink one of those every day, but those are phenomenal, especially with the heat coming. I think our most popular drinks right now would probably be our chocolate caramel latte, which is the Manicor, which we get our coffee locally as well, from Coffee Cloche. They make us a special blend.
A lot of our coffee beverages are named after mythical dragons or beasts. We have a tea latte, which we call the Loch Ness. And it's been described to me as a hug in a cup, but that's for something that doesn't pack as much caffeine as, say, a latte would.
We just switched our bread over a few months ago to like a sourdough panini bread. So all of our hot press sandwiches are like my go-to. I think the most popular food item I know a lot of people come for would be our house chicken salad or our tavern stew, which I make every single week. I get a big old chuck roast that I hand cut every week, and we saute it with some garlic, onion, saute it in a little bit of red wine till it gets a nice like sear on the bottom. And then I'll add in potato, celery, onion, and carrots. And then it gets, hearty beef stock, and then our house seasonings get all mixed in.
We are here at Dragon Forge, and we have a feast.
Yes, we do.
have the setup.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited. We've got sandwiches, stews, a little bit of drinks galore. I feel like we should go ahead and just take a bite, shall we?
Okay, yeah, you go first with your sandwich. What do you have?
So this is their turkey and cheese panini on their new sourdough.
I love sourdough.
Yeah, girl. That is amazing. It's like, I feel like a kid again. It's like your classic grilled cheese with a little meat inside.
I'm a big fan of stew. I make it all the time, and she said she makes it fresh every week, and it sells out quickly. Wow. So if you want it, come beginning of the week, and you can get it, and here I am going to taste it. We're going to get you a plate.
I'm so excited.
This, you can tell it's homemade. You can tell that she works for this.
Yes.
Okay, now we have some coffees on the menu because it's a coffee shop, it's a cafe.
It is.
They have everything. So Brianna has a mocha. Okay. And I have a little caramel mocha action, which I love caramel.
Yes.
So I'm happy I have this one. Are you ready?
Do a little cheers.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
It's
it's
good
good.
coffee.
No, it is.
It
and
is.
if you're like me and you're not the biggest coffee lover, this is a safe bet. It gives like chocolate milk, but with a little spice, a little pizzazz.
I kind of wanted to set it up as a place where you can come in, depending, if you had a bad day, or because we don't know what's in people's lives, of what happened, or you could have something good going on, or, something, bad has happened. But I wanted Dragon to be a place you can come in and just forget your troubles for a little while.
Jocelyn, if you're watching this, just know that I love you with my entire heart. The fact that we went to school together and we did fun things like this for the magazine that we worked for, and then now we are in real adult life and we are getting to try new experiences like the Dragon Forge Cafe together. It just warms my entire heart. So I love you dearly. And let me just tell you, the food was great. That panini, I've not had a panini in a minute. That was really good. Like I said, that coffee drink, I'm not the biggest coffee drinker, how and the ever. If you don't like coffee but you still want to partake and you want to feel part of the group, get that mocha drink. I forget the name of it, but get that mocha drink that I had. It tastes like chocolate milk with a little hint of coffee, but it is very doable. So Dragon Forge Cafe, they're located in Low Mill, like they said in the video. That was my first time also going to Low Mill as well, and all of the cute shops that they have. I mean, clearly I work for Tennessee Valley Living, obviously, so I'm hearing about all these different cool experiences that we have, and we always talk about Low Mill and their little concerts on the dock situation, but I had never been until a couple of weeks ago when we filmed this feature. Oh, I am obsessed. So many cutesy little shops in there, and all the things. So again, Dragon Forge Cafe, I definitely could see myself bringing a book there. Like I said, the food was good, but just reading for hours. The ambiance, the mood, the music, the staff is super friendly and kind, and again, food was amazing. That's my top tier. So Dragon Forge Cafe, make sure you go out to Low Mill and check them out. Okay, well, let's just talk about who's going to be on the show today. So we've got a local nutritionist by the name of Elizabeth Doon. She's going to come into the kitchen and talk with Peyton. We have Elitaire Boutique. They're coming on to highlight some wedding guest looks. You know, 'tis the season. Wedding season is here, okay? And a lot of us, whether we are in it as bridesmaids or groomsmen, or we are simply attending the ceremonials, okay? We're gonna need an outfit. So Elitaire Boutique, they're here to give us all things from shoes to dresses, accessories, things that we can wear when we go out to these weddings. And then last but not least, we have Will from The Running Lane. He is coming to show us some good shoe brands for outdoor walking and running. Now, we have ran a feature on them before, and I have a video that I'm about to play for you shortly, or literally right now, but just a more in-depth description of what the Running Lane is, what they have to offer, and all of the things. So let's watch.
So the genesis is that Sean and I, we both were college teammates at UAH, ran there for several years and became very close friends. Started a coaching business in 2012, and then eventually we started putting on events, and the goal was to always try to have something like this where we could kind of complete that circle for the coaching, the events, and now the running store, and we're just really excited.
How many pairs of shoes do you own?
My wife would say too many.
Running shoes, I always have about 3, 2 to rotate every day, and then a race shoe.
10, 11, 12 pair.
Probably 4 or 5.
Okay. Favorite song to run to?
Oh gosh.
I like listening to worship music.
Love that.
Anything fast beat or, you know, more hip hop is kind of my, yeah, probably more my style if I'm running. So a lot of times people go and see a big shoe wall and they don't know what shoe they need, and so we help with that, and we have a fit process where we'll watch them walk barefoot, see if they're excessively overpronating, supinating, more neutral, and that helps us start to narrow down the shoe wall as far as making good suggestions for their foot. All right, so we're gonna come over here.
You just observed that, and you think you know what shoe I need?
I know exactly what you need.
Oh?
So we're gonna take 2 measurements here, one sitting, one standing, and that's gonna help tell me how flexible her arches are or how much pronation that is taking place, okay? Okay, go ahead and stand up for me. Same foot, perfect. So we only had about a quarter to half size change, so that arch is pretty rigid, okay? It's not super flexible. When we were watching her walk, she's not excessively overpronating, you're more neutral. So you strike on the outside part of your heel, but then you come back into neutral. You don't continue to collapse in the way some people do. So of the different categories of shoes, we would put you in more of a neutral shoe. All right, Peyton, so the first one that we're gonna try on is the Cloud Runner by On.
Wait, it is feeling very cloud-like.
Okay, Peyton, the next one that we're gonna try on is the Puma Magnify. So this is gonna be their version of what we just tried on in that neutral category.
Liking the purple.
Yeah.
These feel a little higher, like
They
more
are.
of a little heel to them.
Yep, a little bit more sole. Here we go. And the last one that we're gonna have you try on today is the New Balance 1080. From a category standpoint, this is very comparable to those other 2 that we tried on. However, this is going to probably feel a little bit softer or squishier.
I feel like I have little pillows wrapped around my feet. Yeah, these are really nice. And they have good rubber grip on the bottom, I feel like, to kind of make me feel steady. How fast can you run a mile?
Back when I was in college, I ran 350 in the 1500, which is about 407, 408 for the mile. But that was back in the day.
4 minutes and 8 seconds?
In my UAH cross country and track days, yeah.
In high school, I ran the mile in 12 minutes.
There you go. There's several people that we've coached in the past that, found running later in life. They weren't always a runner, but they wanted to lose weight or had some health issue that caused them to get more active. And it's been neat to see, to play a small role in their journey. But going back to the shoes, yeah, I mean, if you gotta have the right equipment, otherwise if you have plantar fasciitis or your shin splints or whatever, like you're just guessing and you don't really know what you need. And that's something that Running Lane tries to do is help people get what they need so that they can do it more injury-free.
Must have running accessory.
I'm a headband person.
It's got to be your GPS watch. So Garmin, Coros tells you how fast you're running, how far you've run, tracks heart rate, does some estimated calorie stuff. Every runner must have a good GPS watch.
Heard it here first.
It's not just runners. We obviously help a lot of walkers, people that do CrossFit or gym stuff, but also just people who their feet hurt and they just need good shoes.
Okay, so I've learned in the running community there are different distances, right? What is your preferred distance for running?
I love doing 5K. Every time I run, I try to do 3.1. Have to do the 0.1 extra.
3.1 miles.
Yes, yes, yes.
About a 10K, so 6.2 miles, and races I really like a half marathon, so 13.1 miles.
How do you feel about those people who walk the 5Ks?
That's fine. They still did it. That's awesome.
Did they finish though, or did they stop?
They definitely finished.
They all
As
did.
long as they crossed the finish line.
For sure, they didn't leave after the water break.
We're super blessed and fortunate. Obviously we have great relationships with a lot of folks in the community and people that have done our races and people that we've coached over the years. And so it's just been kind of, again, really special to sort of bring this store and almost have it be like sort of the home away from home, right? Like, for the Olympics, we plan to do like watch parties and just have this be more of a community spot, not just where you shop, but you can just come hang out and just talk running with us. So yeah, that's been something that has been really great and we're excited about in the future.
It is so important to have the proper running and walking shoes. So we love places like the Running Lane who provides great quality shoes and great staff and people to help you find the perfect shoe for you. I'm no runner. I am no runner, but I am a walker, okay? And when I made the switch from just a regular simple sneaker to an actual proper walking shoe, you can feel the difference. Your body feels better, your knees don't ache as much, and all is well. So I'm very excited about them coming on the show today. Again, they've got some great shoe brands for outdoor walking and running, and I think it's perfect timing due to the simple fact that the weather is looking great. The weather is very sunny these days. I mean, yes, it is raining, but it's feeling, the temperatures are warming up is what I'm trying to say. So outdoor walking and running is a lot of people's portion. I just feel it in my soul. So make sure you watch the show around 11:45 today for that interview specifically. And that's all I have for you. Make sure you tune in at 10:30 for the weather extra from whoever the meteorologist is today. And then as always, we have a new episode of Tennessee Valley Living at 11 a.m. So be sure to stick around for that. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.